Wondering if you talk a little bit about the convention experience, either if you're going to market yourself or if you're going to market your own books. What could you expect financially? What are some hints and tips and tricks you'd give for making it a successful, profitable venture? I know I've done a few conventions myself, and anything you know going in is going to save you time and trouble.
I would say one of the things to do is to not only sell comics, because you'll tend to lose money, I feel like, doing that. Because people, because a table may cost like $300, and it might cost X amount of money to print, get the printer paper and go through the trouble of Xeroxing the pages and actually binding the comics. And someone's only going to want to pay, what, $2 for it? What, like $1.50 for an issue? And you've spent a ton of time going into that. So I would say to figure out some sort of angle where you can make back that money fast. And for me, I sell T-shirts and I sell prints, and those are more expensive. Or it's acceptable to sell them for more than an issue of a comic.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you sell a T-shirt for $20, then you sell, 5 of them and you've made $100. And if, that's mostly what a table costs and you've made your money back. And that's not an unrealistic amount to have sold at a convention. But if you're just selling mini comics and it's $3, then you have to figure you have to sell 30-something to get new. Yeah, and that's a little harder. So it's really good to go into a convention setting with more than just comics. Or a lot of people have been doing self-published books that are, actual graphic novels. There's print on demand, or you can just go to a printer and have them made, and you can sell those for, $10, $20. And those become big ticket items, which I've noticed people are more willing to spend more money on a bigger book than they are to buy small mini comics.
Yeah, just as some practical things, try and share a table with someone because the cost is frequently prohibitive. Try and get yourself on a panel or two, because then you're going to be in the program that people are picking up when they're walking in the door. Try and get yourself in, like SPX, which is a show in Bethesda, Maryland every year. They have an anthology. Submit to the anthology. And if you don't get into that one, there's actually now a secondary anthology for people that didn't get into the original anthology. And so try and get yourself into that one. Anything where when people walk by your table and they see your name, if they pause for half a second and something clicks in their head and they remember who you are, they're that much more likely to pick up the book. And of course, like you were saying, selling things other than books is great. Usually the people I see selling prints are selling 4 or 5 times as many prints as they are books.
Yeah, I'll also add it's a strange little paradox I noticed at conventions I've done, that big books sell more than little books. I don't understand how a $20 book sells more than a $2 book, but it does. So don't be shy about that. Also, don't be shy about splitting tables, splitting hotel rooms. Make the money up wherever you can, because it gets expensive fast. And the other thing I noticed most significantly when I was at SPX in 2006, day 1 I worked my table by myself, and day 2 I had one of the contributors to the magazine I was publishing. She was at the table with me. And this was Molly Crabapple, who's a New York City illustrator. She's drop dead gorgeous. And I noticed I sold about 300% more books on day 2, just picking up Molly's crumbs. Don't be shy about that. Get someone attractive at your table.